Anybody who thinks that you can only be there alone, and we want to convince everybody that we do not need some communities to leave government in order for some to get in. We need everybody in this country, and possibly that is the reason why this country is still holding up. Honorable Speaker, after that delegation to the head of state, we also equally, as the leadership of my county, met the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga. And in our discussion, Honorable Speaker, the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Prime Minister told us that we all belong to this country, that we can all be comfortable in this country. And in this country, we all need each other in this country. And so he went ahead to say that nobody should be uncomfortable because somebody is part of this government, because we all belong and we all have some space. And Honorable Speaker, now come back to the NADCO report. And I want to say that I want to support from the word go that in this country we must implement the 2/3 gender rule. In our discussion with the president was very emphatic. I saw a man who had a vision for this country, a man who wants to carry everybody in this country, a man who does not want to leave the youth behind, a man who does not want to leave women behind, a man who does not want to leave any quarter behind, because he believes that in this country we are all equal and we all belong to Kenya. And the president promised us in that delegation that one thing he will see to its fruitful end is that we must implement the 2/3 gender rule. Honorable Speaker, why do we want a country where we have women forming over 55% and we do not want them to have equal measure of seats in leadership at all levels, at all structures of decision making, Honorable Speaker? And we are not specific that the gender rule will only affect, when people talk about the gender rule, then people they go very fast to point at elective seats. We are saying that let us embrace the 2/3 gender rule, whether it is at appointive positions, whether it is at elective positions, and Honorable Speaker, even this Senate, because the Senate guards the interest and protects the interest of counties, the Senate must go down to ensure that in the formation of structures in the county, we are adhering to the 2/3 gender rule. Honorable Speaker, I've been a CC in a county government, and all appointing authority and even at national government only run to the minimum, that not more than 2/3. We have counties where, and specifically, that people only go for 3 women out of 10 in appointive positions. Honorable Speaker, why don't we have even 5-5? Why don't we have 6 women against 4? Why don't we have the other way around? But Honorable Speaker, I'm not saying that gender is only about women, but I'm mentioning women because it is the women that have not been considered much. Honorable Speaker, as a country, let us include everybody in this country in decision making. Let us get women into seats. Honorable Speaker, we are not only getting women into seats because we want to see the physical woman. It is not the physical woman we are looking for. We are looking for the gender and the thinking of the woman to be brought up in decision making table. That if we are here, Honorable Speaker, I come here nominated on the gender platform, and I want to say that as we discuss here, as we make decisions, we are making decisions with the thinking of other women that are outside the houses in mind. And that is why I want to support this motion, and I want to encourage the leadership of this country that give out the goodwill so that we for once solve this problem once and all. Honorable Speaker, this country, Kenya, is admired in this continent because we lead and others follow. How can it be that when it comes to an important issue as the gender rule, then we are backtracking? I want to challenge all the men in Parliament, be they in the Senate or the National Assembly, that let us show that we are charismatic, that we are passionate, that we are patriotic. Because, Honorable Speaker, you cannot live with people as your wives. Live with them as your sisters. Live them as your daughters. Like them as your daughters. Like them as your wives. Like them as your sisters. And you do not like them getting into positions. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to support this motion, and I want to support all that was discussed in the NADCO report. And as I rest, Honorable Speaker, I want to appreciate the two leaders that saw to it that it is through negotiations that we can solve a lot of conflict. Honorable Speaker, as I support this motion, I want also to say that as we break for recess, Honorable Speaker, our people down at the counties are looking forward to their leaders visiting them, to share with them the challenges that they go through. Let us go down to the ground and share with our people the confusions over SHA, share with them issues of delayed disbursement of funds, share with them their challenges, and Honorable Speaker, I support this motion.
Senator Gloria Orobo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to support this motion on the two-third gender rule and this report that was tabled. Mr. Speaker, I am a beneficiary of the affirmative action, Mr. Speaker. I am a beneficiary in the sense that I have been nominated in the Senate based on an affirmative action that was passed to ensure that we have equal representation of both men and women in spaces such as the National Assembly and the Senate, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have read through the report on the two-third gender rule and what has been submitted, Mr. Speaker. And while I have a contrary opinion to some of the proposals that are in there, Mr. Speaker, I generally support that we must have more representation of both genders, equal representation of both genders in all the spaces, be it the cabinet, be it the parliament, in all the spaces where decisions are being made about lives that, that influence our actions in our society, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that in the proposal of amending Article 98 to have additional seats in the Senate to represent women, Mr. Speaker, I just want to add, and I hope that this will be considered, that while we are having all these special seats, all these affirmative seats, all these what we call nominations, Mr. Speaker, we also have to consider that you are not just being nominated because you are a woman, but because you are, first of all, a leader, and you are actively participating in the space of politics. And Mr. Speaker, that you are interested in changing the lives of Kenyans so that they can be able to see you as someone who is representing you, is representing the public in all these spaces, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I have to say that while we are looking at additional seats or putting more affirmative actions to ensure that we reach the two-third gender rule, we also have to consider where we are sending these women. Are we sending them without a vote, Mr. Speaker? I sit in the Senate as a specially elected senator, Mr. Speaker, and you do know that my vote, when it comes to all the matters that deals with the devolution, my vote is actually carried by my delegation chair, who is the elected senator for Kisii County, Mr. Speaker. So there are times where I sit in the House, I can represent women in this House by adding my voice, by debating. But when it comes down to the power of the vote, Mr. Speaker, the fact that